What happens when you get into debt?
You're supposed to go and rob a fucking bank, are you?
And you can't
I'm going to struggle to pay this.
or won't pay it back.
It doesn't matter what you want, sir. Unfortunately, that's the law.
We meet the High Court enforcement agents who are pushed to their limits.
Evil! You have to turn to hell!
Well, I'll smash the window then. It's false imprisonment.
Dealing with desperate debtors
Hello?
in dramatic situations.
Well, stand here like a big man. Leave it. Talk to me. Push me about.
We meet the people who are losing their homes
You can't go anywhere else apart from back in hospital, but that could set him back.
and their possessions.
The desks are going. Everything.
You're joking.
Okay.
Because whatever happens,
High Court enforcement!
if you can't pay, they'll take it away.
Recent figures reveal that personal debt has reached a record high. 1 in 6 adults in the UK now has what can be classified as a problem debt, and one of the most common is rent arrears.
Let's roll.
Stuart McCracken and Elmore Victor are High Court enforcement agents who work across the north of England.
Oh, it's a beautiful day indeed.
It's 7:30 a.m. They're in Liverpool on their way to evict a family who are behind with their rent.
People don't pay the rent, then they've got to be evicted.
The landlord claims he hasn't received anything from them for months. But there's a complication.
From what we can read in the notes, one of the occupants is classed as vulnerable.
It's a child, I believe.
Is it a child?
I mean, the case notes say it's a vulnerable child, but that's so wide open, isn't it?
It can be wide open, yeah. Vulnerable is a wide umbrella.
47, 49. There we go.
The landlord's son is there to meet them.
We believe there's a vulnerable child.
Yes.
Well, what do you know the more history about that?
Just he's on a ventilator.
Right.
So he has a pipe, he's got a mobile machine, he's got oxygen.
Yeah.
All day he said he can move, he can travel. He's
Okay.
good to go.
Right.
But they're playing the game, he can't move, he's too disabled to do it. That's why they're not getting out of the house.
We'll give it a knock and see if they're open first. If
Okay,
not,
so the farm across the side, please.
Right, okay. What's the names?
Powell, Mark.
Although Stuart and Victor know there is a seriously ill child inside the house, the writ gives them no choice but to evict the family immediately.
Oh, here we go. Can you come to the door, please?
The agents are met by a member of an overnight care team.
There's a baby on a ventilator here.
Yeah.
I need to put that child in a place of safety. Can you please give me an hour?
No, we can do that. That's
Who
not a
are
problem.
you, by the way?
We're High Court enforcement agents. We're here now to take over the property.
Right,
Okay,
okay,
we've got a right of
understand
possession for the property.
You're not going to throw them in the
Yeah,
street?
that's we don't throw anyone out on the street. But what we're here to do today is take possession of the property. So we'll be changing locks and they will be evicted today.
But you're going to give us an hour to sort this out?
Of course we will. Yeah, of course.
Do you want me to come in and talk, Mr. Pell?
Please don't enter this.
No.
No, don't.
The reason why we've stepped out is simply because it is a bit of a shock. So they want to get things arranged and get things sorted, which I understand.
I mean, you know, we're all human at the end of the day. We've all got families. We've got our job to do today, but this is a special case.
A few minutes later, the care worker's shift ends and she leaves the house.
It's on a ventilator on life support.
Yeah. Well, I understand that, but...
But what?
It's a delicate situation. Stuart wants to explain the process carefully to the family.
We'll try and give you as much time as possible, because I know it's not the best situation at all. Right. So the best thing for you to do now is pack like an overnight bag, something like that. You can come back and get your stuff, simply just change the locks. Okay? So it's a horrible situation, I understand that.
He knows we've got an ill baby.
Yeah.
He knows the situation, he knows we're waiting on the house.
Yeah.
He was just pissed off because we couldn't get out by the time he wanted us to. There's nothing I can do. What if we decide that we can't go?
In the nicest possible way,
Yeah.
you will be leaving today.
Okay.
It was a very difficult situation for me to deal with. You've got to start thinking from the tenant's point of view, not just from the landlord's point of view, that there is a child here that is dependent, his life is dependent on what you do and what your actions are.
An hour after they first arrived, the agents go back to the house.
Oh yeah, you're all right. Are we able to come in?
Do you have to? We're sorting stuff out.
We would have to come in. Like I said, we're not going to be intruding, we're simply just going to come in and have a chat, that's all.
Once inside, the agents have legal possession of the house. But they're in for a shock.
Do you want to come in, man?
Oh yeah, you're all right, just
Hi.
pass us all. So
Yeah, we're just part of the Alter team that manage Riley's care.
Yeah. Sorry mate, keep out your way. It's all right.
Riley is nearly 2 and needs round-the-clock medical care. He can't breathe on his own and is on constant life support. He lives here with his father Mark, mother Claire and big brother Callum.
He's a beautiful boy, isn't he?
Yeah, lucky to have him. We found out on a 20-week scan that he had a heart problem because his heart was back to front, and it's in the centre of his chest.
Oh, right.
Because he's got one small lung, so obviously it hasn't pushed it to where it should have been. Because his heart, when they're 8 weeks old in the womb, your heart's meant to do a 360 degrees turn.
Right.
And his has only done half. When he was born, he didn't think he was going to live. He has to have a ventilator to help him breathe.
What does the doctor say long term in that?
Hopefully he'll be off it by the time between the age of now and 10. He can go up to the age of 10.
I was quite shocked when we walked in and it was a little boy on a life support machine. It's about 2 years old. It was a big shock and emotional, very emotional, to be honest with you. In a situation like that, you do think of your own family and you also realise how blessed we are.
Despite Riley's condition, legally the agents must carry out the eviction today.
It's a writ of possession for this property for today. Because they need this documentation to take it down to the Housing Association, because they will need to go in some kind of emergency accommodation.
But rehousing a little boy like Riley isn't going to be easy.
He needs plug sockets to run his life support equipment off. That needs testing and safety testing. All that takes about 2 or 3 weeks to set up.
Yeah, well,
I'm not going to be able to get that in emergency accommodation. So there's absolutely no way to appeal this or to...
No. Not from a high court level.
Riley spent the first 16 months of his life in hospital and only came home 6 months ago. Mark stopped work to look after him and fell behind with the rent.
You have to change all his tapes, change his tubing, medications every so many hours. That is our job.
It is our job.
He's our life.
You can't have a job, basically. He is our job.
You can't leave him because if that pipe comes off, it's
He'll die.
life-threatening.
These circumstances are unlike any Stuart has ever faced.
We're here to take the property back, but our main concern is the moment. Forget about the house. Main priority is getting the little lad sorted. We're all human at the end of the day.
What's all the time? We've got the time limit to go.
pack a bag. You've got 7 clear days from today to come back for the rest of your belongings.
The family are now homeless. Riley needs life-saving equipment and round-the-clock care. But the family don't know where they'll be sleeping tonight. Stuart McCracken and Elmore Victor were in Liverpool to evict a family with a child on a life support machine.
Old Hay said he can move, he can travel. He's
Okay.
good to go.
Right.
But they're playing the game, he can't move, he's too disabled.
But once they saw the situation for themselves, their priorities changed.
We're here to take the property back, but our main concern is the moment. Forget about the house. Main priority is getting the little lad sorted.
Riley's condition is critical.
You can't leave him because if that pipe comes off, it's
He'll die.
life-threatening.
Now, the family have to make a crucial decision. As there is little hope of finding emergency accommodation suitable for Riley's life-saving equipment, they have no choice but to admit him back into Alder Hay Hospital.
We have to wait for an ambulance to take him into hospital because we can't go anywhere else with him.
He
because
can't go anywhere else apart from back in hospital, but that could set him back.
He can stay at home. He doesn't have to go into hospital, but now he has to go into hospital. which is wrong.
But moving Riley into hospital means that his brother Callum has to stay somewhere else.
And it split the family up because we've got one child living somewhere else and we've got another child put back in hospital.
And we've got nowhere to go.
It's the landlord. The landlord has pushed it through to the High Court and what we've turned up to this address, you see. So it's only when you actually get in behind that door, speak to the parents and actually see it for yourself, you might think, oh.
The family knew they would have to move. They were waiting for the council to finish adapting a house suitable for Riley's needs. The house will be ready in 2 days' time, but their landlord wanted them out today.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
See how close he knew that we were.
Yeah.
And he still had to put us through this.
Yep.
The agents have no control over when the High Court writs are issued. But just 48 hours could have prevented Riley from having to go back to the hospital and the family being separated.
The landlord knew this. He knew we were waiting on the property.
It's just not fair.
That someone can actually do that to you, knowing the circumstances that we are going through. I think it's disgusting. I don't know how they're going to sleep at night.
You can't meet a little lad like that and not be affected in any way. He hasn't stopped smiling since we've walked in. He's been bouncing, dancing along to his TV.
It's now 2 o'clock and Riley's ambulance arrives. However, his care team have to make sure they take all of his medication and life-saving equipment, as the locks will be changed as soon as they leave.
2 vents, yeah. 2 suction machines, yeah. 1 SAT monitor, yeah. 1 handheld SAT monitor.
In the bag.
Okay, meds.
All his meds are in the bag, in the thing. What happens now then?
You just need to arrange with us and we can arrange with the landlord when you need to come back and collect the rest of your things. All your stuff will be safe and secure, okay?
I'm sorry, baby. Good job you don't know.
6 hours after they first arrived, the eviction is complete. For Vic and Stuart, it has been the most difficult they have ever carried out.
You drive down each street and you don't really see anyone in their houses or anything like that. You don't really know people's stories or people's lives, but they're on it 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and their lives are completely turned upside down.
The good news is that he will eventually become off that life support. It's just at this age, because he's so young, he needs the machine to basically force his lungs to make it stronger, really. So 5 years from now, he might be running around with his brother and his mates outside the property, and that's great. You know, that is really good news. And so hopefully one day that family will have a normal life again.
The latest research shows that despite the economic recovery, 15 million families in the UK are financially living on the edge.
Another day and another potentially stressful job for Stuart McCracken and Elmore Victor. This morning, they're in Birmingham to recover a £3,350 debt owed to a landlord for unpaid rent.
Oh, early start.
Early start, Vic. Very early start.
Early bird catches the worm and all that.
Well, it depends what the worm is, isn't it?
The writ instructs Stuart and Vic to collect payment today or remove assets to cover the debt.
It's not a bad area, though. So hopefully when we get there, hopefully there might be a car on the drive, because most of these houses have got big long drives.
But the person named on the writ is not the tenant. It's her father. He agreed to be the guarantor if his daughter fell behind with the rent. Now he's liable for the debt.
Oh, burger bar.
Cat's kitchen.
Cat's kitchen.
And a plate number, which I will do an HPI on right away.
There's a car and a mobile kitchen in the driveway. These are assets they could seize if the tenant's father can't or won't pay.
Cat's kitchen. No, I'll tell you what, man, I can go for a full breakfast this morning. Maurice.
Just going to do an HPI, all right? It's Vic, mate, you're right.
Vic checks the car isn't on finance, while Stuart approaches the house.
Hello there, sir. We're after Mr. Palmer.
Yeah.
Is that yourself? Name's Mr. McCracken. I'm a High Court enforcement agent from Direct Collection Bailiffs. It's regarding an outstanding High Court writ.
Going through, love. We're going to court.
Yeah. Like I said, so what's happening with this? You said it's going through court at the moment?
Yeah, I've been down to court. How long ago was it?
Oh, you went up there last week, love, and...
Last week?
Yeah.
I've been up there before. I've been up to the court to say that how much I'm willing to pay.
Yeah.
Or
Okay.
my circumstances.
The fact of the matter is, because it's been transferred to the High Court, we are now here to take control. We're here to take control of goods unless payment is made.
Oh, what can you take?
The total amount outstanding is £3,349.75. It is.
It's 2,200.
It's because it's been transferred to the High Court. There's no fees involved.
Why haven't we been informed?
You would have been informed.
We haven't been informed.
Yeah, you would have been informed.
How?
The debt started off as a county court judgment, which can be paid in instalments. But the landlord wanted his money back fast and escalated the case to the High Court.
My daughter wanted to rent a house, but I signed as guarantor for her. She didn't...
Keep up with the repayments, and so they come to
She
you.
missed a month's repayment, but she got in touch with him. She told him all this and said, "Oh, look, I haven't got the money." That she changed the circumstances. Her husband split, and he took us to court. Then, when he got to court, he said that she'd missed 3 months.
Yeah.
No, I know my daughter. My daughter wouldn't miss 3 months' time, knowing I'm the guarantor and would have to pay it. You know, so we went to court. They turned around and found in his favour. Now, I've done everything by the book. I've told them that I can't afford to pay.
The High Court would have sent warning to Mr. Palmer that he needs to pay immediately. But the agent's visit has come as a shock.
Fact of the matter is that if payment isn't made, we will have to take control of goods. So you need to find some sort
You'll
of...
have to go back to the court.
We're not going back to court. We're here now to execute a High Court writ. So you need to make a payment. Okay, that's the letter that's been sent out on the 12th of the 5th.
Tell you what, he's a right bastard, and I don't swear he's a right bastard.
I can give you half an hour to see what you can do with regards to funds.
Any money?
We'll have to take control of goods then,
can't.
including the assets on the driveway at the moment.
That's my son's. That's my wife's.
We need to get proof of that. We need to get proof of that.
Well, my son's
in Las Vegas at the moment.
Right, okay, well what will happen is the vehicles will get removed today. Okay, we need to see some documentation for that. We need to see some proof of that.
You can establish in the first 10 minutes what's important to them and what's not. And you've got to play on that, unfortunately. You've got to find out what is valuable to them, what they don't want to lose. But everybody's got pressure points. If someone's got a car and he doesn't want to lose his car and it's free of finance, you've got two options. You're either going to pay or we're going to take it away.
It becomes clear the defendant can't pay.
Yeah, I need this ASAP, mate.
Seizing the vehicles could be the agent's next option. Vic hears back from the finance check.
Right, cheers, thank you. It came back free of finance. So we allowed by law to remove it, unless they can produce paperwork showing that it's in... Well, the lady claims it's in her name, so if she's got a sales invoice or anything like that in her name, we won't remove it.
You've got a catering trailer there. It's worth, in my opinion, maybe £5,000 if it's got the equipment in it. And you've got a Toyota RAV4 there, which 03 plate you'd probably get about 1,500 quid for, maybe 1,800 quid at the most.
Mr. Palmer finds the vehicle's paperwork. It shows his wife is the registered keeper, but it's not proof of ownership.
Have you got a sales invoice for this vehicle?
Sorry?
Have you got a sales invoice?
Oh, God. The sales invoice, we bought it second hand, as you can see, it's not a new car. There isn't any need at all for this. You know, we're decent people, we're not tramps.
It's rich man versus poor man all over again, and it's just then on. We haven't done anything wrong.
He said he's done everything by the book, which is fine, but you need to remember that the client's done everything by the book as well.
Looks like a decent gentleman, pensioner, trying to help his daughter out, and then he got stung with a bull.
I suggest if you speak with your daughter, see if she's got any funds, considering that she's the one that's run up the debt in the first place.
I've been feeding her because she hasn't got any money to buy food even.
Yeah. Sadly, it's not going to stop with what we're here to do today. It's not. It's nothing to do with that, sir. Nothing to do with that at all.
They've got a job.
They've got a job.
Job's worth.
It can be heartbreaking But you'd do anything for your family. I know I would. I would sign on behalf of somebody in my family, regardless of the situation, because it's your family at the end of the day. But people need to remember that you are signing if they don't pay. If they don't pay, you're liable, and you've signed a contract to say that, yes, I will be liable if you do not pay or you default on any of your payments. So I don't understand why it's a shock to people when we turn up at the door and they say, oh, we only sign guarantor. But that's what a guarantor is. But the only way it's going to get resolved is by making a payment. Somebody needs to make a payment. Somebody. Somebody.
What are you supposed to do? You're supposed to go and rob a fucking bank, are you?
That's not me to tell you what to do, sir. You know what I mean?
All right, you've got your job to do.
Okay, so what I'll do is...
At the end of the day...
Okay, I understand that, sir.
You can't take blood from a stone.
After 20 minutes at the house, their daughter Sam, who ran up the debt, and her friend Andy arrive.
How can people seriously do? How can you seriously demand and do something like this?
Morning. Dad, I've tried it, they're just not easy.
You came to?
Pardon?
Are you sheriffs?
Yeah, High Court.
High Court. Why has he gone to the High Court when he's still at the negotiations?
It's not. It's a CCJ that's been honoured.
The claimant has transferred it to the High Court.
So what the claimant is... So it's a CCJ that's been awarded against the defendant. So what the claimant has done is transferred it to the High Court.
Tell you what he's
in the stage of a week?
Yeah.
From going from making an offer...
We're in the making an offer stage.
How much is it?
The total amount outstanding is...
It was 2,200, Andy, and now it's all of a sudden it's gone up to 3,200.
How can you do that?
It's on no
no notification.
Stuart and Vic are at gridlock with the whole family. With tensions rising, will they get the £3,000 they came for? Stuart and Vic were in Birmingham to collect a High Court writ of £3,350 caused by a tenant defaulting on their rent.
What are you supposed to do? You're supposed to go and rob a fucking bank, are you?
That's not me to tell you what to do, sir.
They were authorised to collect the money from the father of the tenant, as he'd signed as guarantor.
But the only way it's going to get resolved is by making a payment. Somebody needs to make a payment. Somebody.
But Mr. Palmer claimed he couldn't pay.
Can't take blood from a stone.
And his daughter and her friend arrived to back him up.
How can people seriously do?
Now a simple debt recovery has turned into a standoff.
You haven't notified these people that this is going to happen.
A letter has been sent out. A letter has been sent out.
When was the letter sent out?
12th of the 5th. Notice of enforcement was sent to this address.
So hang on. So he's kind of gone, he's jumped the gun.
But you can do.
He's jumped the gun.
He's took
a legal stance and he's jumped the gun.
I wouldn't say jump the gun. The second it's awarded against you.
He's used the law to his advantage.
Isn't that what the law's there for?
The law's an asset.
If the payment of £3,349 isn't made in 20 minutes, we will be taking control of goods.
Hang on a minute. Can I have a look at the...
Yeah, of course you can. Yeah.
Normally there's a good cop and a bad cop. Because Stuart is taking the lead of the case, he will be portrayed as the bad cop. I normally try and calm the debtor down because he won't have a beef with both of us. He will normally focus on one of us and take his frustration out on that agent. That will give me the opportunity to try and calm him down. Normally take him by the arm and just say, let's step aside, let's work this out. It's £3,200 and whatever pennies. If we come to an agreement today, you make some kind of there has to be a payment today. There's no doubt about that. To stop any action from removing vehicles.
It's a stalemate. But then the daughter's friend makes a surprising offer.
You're in a position to cut a deal.
What kind of deal?
Amount.
What kind of deal?
Well, they agreed to paying that in court.
Right.
I'll give you that right now.
No. There needs to be the full amount. If not, it's removal of goods.
Right, okay, I'll pay you now.
Okay, how can you make the payment?
Debit card.
Debit
Pay
card.
me on that now. Pay me on that now.
The family friend has agreed to pay off the debt.
This man has took full advantage of this old couple. Sam rented a house off this guy. He was very naughty with the way he's kippered her up regards payments, regards damage to the house. She actually done the house out. He's gone after and gone for this debt. But to try and enforce it onto her mum and dad, who are retired people, not good enough.
I'll take the notice off the vehicle, eh?
I'm just a friend of the family, just trying to keep everybody happy here.
So if that's go through, sir, should we have the signal?
I've taken the notice off the vehicle. According to us, this is the end.
These aren't people who are trying to run and hide. These are people who are trying to deal with things. You know, these are genuine people. These aren't duckers and divers, workers and dealers. I would have helped them out. They're too proud. That's the problem. Yeah. Unfortunately.
I appreciate your level head, sir.
Got to be level-headed.
All the best anyway, though, sir.
All the best to yourself.
I think he is a genuine guy. He's trying to help the family out, which is fair play to him. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. I think we got a good result.
The case is resolved and the family's cars are safe, thanks to their daughter's friend.
New research shows Britain is in the grip of a debt crisis, with families in the UK owing nearly £1.5 trillion. And it's the middle classes who are the most likely to be in heavy debt.
High Court enforcement agents Brian O'Shaughnessy and Del Anglin are in Kent with a writ to collect just over £2,000 owed by a business selling novelty globes, Globey Limited. But first, they must find the right address for its director.
So what we've got here is an individual very difficult to track down. He's got numerous addresses, prior residencies, just messy, evasive.
The business owner, David Sinclair, seems to be linked to several addresses, so Brian does some research.
46-year-old David Sinclair, an accountant. His idea was to put a city map onto a globe, something he realised had not been done before. The result is the Globey, and it is now selling in thousands across the UK and around the world. Father of four sold 2 properties to allow him to invest £400,000 in the project, but yet can't pay an original debt of £2,000 to the claimant. It's a bloody joke, isn't it?
Brian finds the globes are being sold through another company, Globey International, but with no address, Del turns detective.
Globey. Yes, good afternoon. Can you put collages on globes?
Collage, as in what?
What, pictures? Pictures.
We can do, yes.
Where could I come to see your works?
Well, you can see them all online. I mean, we don't actually have a shop ourselves.
So if I wanted to, where would I send the details to if I wanted to send you an order or something? It might be a one-off, as a present for my mum's birthday. It's her 80th, so...
Well, you could, I mean, by all means, I mean, if you drop me an email of what you want, and I'll get a costing for you.
Okay, thanks very much.
That's all right. Okay, cheers.
Thank you, bye-bye.
He didn't give anything away there, did he?
That was a bit clever.
Mr. Sinclair still seems to be in business, but with no confirmed address, Brian calls the office.
Hello, mate. Yep. OK, we're off to Globey Limited. Just spoken to him on the phone.
After a search, a colleague unearths an address.
Oh,
after all this time.
You just made my day. So the office is handy sometimes.
Very much
Let's
so.
get down there, come on, let's do it.
OK. Chocks away.
The plot thickens.
The agents arrive at what they hope is Mr. Sinclair's home.
Let's get in the yard.
Brian and Del are allowed to enter the property through an open door to deliver the writ.
Hello? Hello? High Court enforcement? Hello, is Mum in? Hello? Mr. Sinclair?
Yeah.
High Court enforcement agent, sir.
Hi.
I'm here on behalf of DCBL.
Yeah.
We've got a High Court writ, which you're obviously aware about.
Yeah, that's it.
Here to collect £2,323.20.
That's all in dispute.
So the amount does need to be paid.
Well, it can't be paid because there's nothing belong. The company has ceased to trade.
Has it?
What are you trading as now, then?
I'm not trading as anything. If you check on the website...
It's still showing... showing on their active proposed to
proposed to strike off, correct?
Well,
still trading.
Still trading then, isn't it?
It's not trading.
Mr. Sinclair claims that because Globey Limited has ceased to trade and is about to be dissolved, he's not liable for the debt. The agents want to find out more about the company Del called earlier, Globey International.
Well, Globey International as well.
Globee International was a company that my wife set up at the beginning of 2012 when my wife and I temporarily separated. She got money to set up a business, which she did. My business, Globee Limited, I lost my father, I lost my house. We then decided we're going to try and give it another go because we've got the children. But Globee Limited has gone.
I understand that, sir.
Yeah?
I just want to cut to the chase, OK? When I phoned you, we spoke about whether or not you could provide me with something, right? And the indication was yes. So let us cut the nonsense, get down to the nitty-gritty, right? Because you would have been quite happy to have done business with me had I...
Was it you?
Yes, it was me. So therefore, all this nonsense about it not trading and all this is rubbish. Because you answered it. Look, if I'd put in an order in, I'd have got one from you.
Globee Limited has gone.
Well, that's how you answered it, Globee Limited.
Because Globee is the logo.
I prefer to have a look around your house and see if there is anything here belonging to the company. Is that okay?
Yeah, you can get round through the back.
Let's have a look then, sir, because we're wasting time, really.
Feel free to have a look. I'll leave the door.
Thank you very much, Tom.
I'm just going to phone my wife.
No problem, that's fine.
Dell believes that David Sinclair is still trading. If he can't or won't pay, the agents can seize business assets to the value of the debt.
He's got globes here. What do they sell for, do you think?
You just need receipts for the stuff then, that's it.
Well, I don't know what you want to do. There's a few bits and pieces of a Globee there.
The agents find some leftover stock, the result of a business venture gone wrong.
When I had a prototype of our first globe back in 2009, I think, and I went to John Lewis, and I badgered to get into John Lewis for them to see me for ages, and eventually they let me in. And I remember the guy, and he said, we'll probably place a first order for about 10,000 units. And I remember walking back to the Victoria train station. I was walking on air. I thought, fabulous. And then the economy imploded. They did order, they ordered 500. I probably got carried along with it a bit too much, which subconsciously, I suppose, was greed, thinking, you know, we're going to make a few million quid overnight here.
But the unused stock is not enough to cover the debt.
Mr. Sinclair, is there a reason why you don't want to pay this woman her money?
She had invoiced me over the course of a couple of years, roughly, I guess, 20 grand, and she got paid about 18 of it. And the reason, as I said, that the rest, the other 2 grand or whatever it was, didn't get paid was because the company had ceased, and the reason it had ceased was, A, because, you know, I lost my house. If I'd had funds, I would have paid it. You know, I lost my house. The personal problems I had, the company had ceased to trade.
Mr. Sinclair's wife and children arrive home.
Hello.
Thousands as well.
Nice dog. What's your financial situation at the moment?
I've got a pop.
Right.
I've got one. And I can go and get
I don't disbelieve you. I got no reason. I got no reason to disbelieve.
I don't disbelieve.
The agents now have to make a decision.
Can I just have a quick moment with my colleague? Just cut this. If you could just go in there, that'd be great. Yeah, whatever you want. Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you so much. Cheers. What's your thoughts? Yeah. Because of the company issue. Yeah. He's paid £18,000 from a £20,000 debt, so he's not an evader. He's paid. It was 20 grand. He's paid 18, so he's not an evader. The company just ceased to trade.
With Mr. Sinclair's company, Globee Limited, close to being dissolved, and not enough company assets to pay off the debt, Brian and Dell decide not to pursue it.
There's a couple of globes in here. There's a couple in there. It's not going to reach £2,500.
The failure of the business has had a major effect on Mr. Sinclair.
6-7 years ago, I probably had an A1 credit rating, had a lovely house, swimming pool, 5 bedrooms, acre of land, very pleasant, very comfortable. Probably worked about 3.5 days a week. Then this idea took over, and obviously the whole thing's imploded. But my wife and I were basically working 25 hours a day, 8 days a week to resurrect things.
Unfortunately, the claimant on this one, it's going to be difficult for them to get their money because the company's not trading anymore. You can't get blood out of a stone sometimes, so it's just unfortunate. But, you know, he's a nice chap. He's tried. He's paid the majority of the debt, and he just can't pay the last amount because, you know, the company wasn't trading.
I was an accountant. I know people that they try and close companies down and then set another one up and with the stock and all this sort of thing. I know that goes on. But it wasn't us. You know, I've lost virtually... Well, I have lost everything. The only thing I haven't lost is my family.
Despite their determination, Brian and Dell have come away empty-handed. But their next case will test their talents for investigation to the limit.
If you can't pay this today, we're going to look to take control of goods, get some trucks in and remove them.
I've exhausted my channels.
The bank won't help you then?
No.
Now we can't trust anything he says.
More than half of new small businesses in the UK are failing to survive longer than 5 years. Top of the list of worries is cash flow, with 43% saying they're currently experiencing problems.
Chesham, Buckinghamshire.
Right, what we're doing now, Dale, we're going on a revisit, aren't we?
Brian and Dell have a writ to collect a debt of over £4,000 from a business that recycles second-hand airline seats.
Yes, it looks like we're going to SD Aviation Aircraft Interior Recycling Limited.
It's not the first time Brian has tried to collect the debt.
Yeah, Kevin and I attended this one. This was lots of aircraft seats and parts of planes.
Okay.
Which are quite valuable.
The money is owed to a supplier that the business failed to pay.
I'll just tell him that the sun's shining, please don't make the thunder and lightning come.
What's wrong with me?
On their first visit, the debtor, Aaron Day, claimed he couldn't pay. This time, Brian and Dell want results. The warehouse is full of potentially valuable aircraft seats. They could seize to offset the debt. The agents find Mr. Day sitting in his office with a colleague.
Afternoon.
You all right?
I'm good, how are you, sir?
Yeah, good, thanks.
High Court Enforcement Agency, you know that, yeah?
Yeah.
I understand there was an issue last week because, I don't know, cash flow or whatever it was.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay.
It's got to be paid today.
I haven't got it here, mate.
We're going to have to seize assets then. You've got to pay it. We said you were going to pay it Friday and then Monday the latest.
Yeah, I know, but it just didn't come in.
Can anyone help you with it to get it paid today? And then you pay him back? Anyone at all?
No, I can't do that. I've exhausted my channels.
The bank won't help you then?
No, I've got this guaranteed 15 grand coming in. I know that, it's just not hitting the time frame.
Mr. Day says he's waiting for a £15,000 payment from HM Revenue and Customs.
Do you know if the HMRC have actually sent out the cheque?
Yeah, they have.
The HMR system says it's on its way. If you can't pay this today, we're going to look to take control of goods, get some trucks in and remove them.
Mr. Day claims he can't pay, but then he makes the team an offer.
Yeah, you can take 4 of those seats, and that is
we'll
grand.
I'm not an expert. We'll have a look around and we'll determine what we're taking. When you explain to a debtor that you're going to take control of their goods and possibly remove them, you really see what they're made of. And what I mean by that is, you'll see the individuals that will scrimp and scrape, make that telephone call, try everything tooth and nail to prevent that action.
Yeah. What would you take today?
Everything.
The contract's with British Airways. BA's assets.
Cool.
So you wouldn't be able to touch that.
So why is BA's assets in here? What's the contract? What's the conditions?
The contract is I buy those.
Right.
And they're holding here. As soon as I've paid them, they're mine. So it is technically, legally, underneath the contract, BA's stock until I pay for it.
After first offering them some stock, Mr. Day now backtracks, claiming the airline seats aren't his after all. Dell is suspicious.
Right, Brian, the issue is the goods are his. Believe me, right? We take those goods. It's his responsibility.
He still has to pay for them.
He still has to.
It's like a loan, isn't it?
That's his issue. That's not our issue.
With no offer to pay, Brian decides that seizing assets today is the only way to clear the debt.
I don't want to wait any longer. And if you can't pay it today, I'm going to take control of goods inside this warehouse. Apparently, it's quite expensive stuff. £150,000 worth of stock in there. But I'm not an expert. I don't have a bloody clue what I'm looking at.
Brian calls a colleague, Paul Bohill, for advice.
Hello.
Paul, it's Brian. How you doing?
All right, thank you, sir.
I'm in a place at the moment, commercial property, and they deal with plane spare parts. I'm just basically calling up regarding, the value of this kind of stuff.
It's such a restricted market.
Yeah.
I would value the stock at less than 10%.
At less than 10%, yeah?
So in other words, if you're looking to recover 100 grand, you'd need £1 million worth of stock.
Fine. So if I've got 4 grand there, what we're looking at, 40 grand.
I'd really go over the top because it's such specialised stuff, hypothetically it could end up being sold for scrap.
So basically you're talking about clearing him out then, really?
Yeah.
All right, that's great. Cheers, Paul.
It seems that while the stock might be valuable to Mr. Day's business, it could be hard to sell. And Brian has no idea how much the seats might fetch at an auction.
It's not looking good on the following basis. Because your goods are quite specialised items, we might not be able to sell it at all. And that comes to the point, for a £4,000 debt, we'd look to clear out most of your stuff here today. If I can't get it paid in half an hour, I'm going to start calling the necessary HGV lorries to come here and do so.
The deadline is set. The next 30 minutes could make or break Mr. Day's business.
You don't run a business like this without having some form of contingency fund. You're just going to have to dig into it.
But Mr. Day then presents the agents with a bombshell. He says his colleague has spoken to the claimant directly, who's given him more time to pay.
Don't worry, mate.
I'm embarrassed as it is.
Don't worry.
Right, he's just spoken to the guy. He's going to ring your office, see if you can just give us 5 days. He's happy to wait.
Go on, make a call to the office and let them know that they're trying to get hold of him.
Just need 5 days, man.
Let me call him now.
Brian calls the office to check Mr. Day is telling the truth.
OK, fine. All right, that's cool. Cheers. Bye. It's weird. He's explained to our office that he hasn't made no such agreement with you, and he's going to call you back now and tell you you've got to deal with us. So I'm just relaying the message. Listen, don't shoot the messenger.
Brian's been told that the claimant hasn't made any offer of a 5-day extension.
Well, someone's telling a porcupine, eh? Interesting.
He speaks with forked tongue. Now we can't trust anything he says.
But the threat of losing all his stock has spurred Mr. Day into action. An associate has agreed to pay off some of Mr. Day's debt for him.
I'll show it to my cousin. Are you in the country?
Is he paying card, is he? Hello? Is he paying by card? Is he paying by card, is he?
He wants the bank details. We want it.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll do it now.
Mr. Day's associate decides to pay the office directly. Brian calls to check the amount.
4 grand's paid. He's paid another £120.61. They'll pay that.
The associate has wiped out most of Mr. Day's debt in just one payment. Now Dell needs to get Mr. Day to pay the balance.
You've got it, haven't you?
4 grand we have, so we just need £120.61.
Joking. What about 60 quid? What's that broke? I'm just about to make it.
Yeah.
Anyway, how much did you?
£120.61.
Mr. Day now asks another colleague to pay the remaining £120.
Your payment has been made. There's a confirmation. That's from me, UK Recycling IT Limited.
We should wait for that to hit and then we'll be at your
Your Barclays as well, so it should be within the hour or so.
Thanks to his associates, Mr. Day's business is safe. The end to a debt that he didn't contest.
I should have gone to court, and the reason I couldn't go to court because on that particular morning I had 2 boys at home that were sick and my wife wasn't there. If I'd gone to court I would have won, but because I didn't attend court it was viewed in the favour of the claimant. So that's my fault for not going to court. It's as simple as that.
OK, well done, Brian. Yeah.
And in just an hour and a half, Brian and Dell have got what they came for. Next time, Steve and Paul meet a tenant who won't budge.
Hello. The first thing they do is, once they see us, good morning, they break down in tears.
Brian and Dell's patience is pushed to the limit.
We're not idiots, you know, and we know what's probably gone on. All I want's the truth of the matter, and now we're getting somewhere.
And Kevin turns detective.
Don't believe a word he's saying to me. He's just lied to me since the minute I walked in here. And tomorrow night at 8, there's another chance to see the Can't Pay Christmas special. People often come to blows over minor things, but sometimes those minor things get out of control. New The Nightmare Neighbour Next Door tomorrow at 9. Next on Channel 5, going undercover, Paul Connolly's putting himself in the firing line to expose the fraudsters in new secret benefits cheat.
What happens when you get into debt?
It's a load of bollocks! Get off this lad! No!
And you can't
I'm going to struggle to pay this.
or won't pay it back.
It doesn't matter what you want, sir. Unfortunately, that's the law.
We meet the High Court enforcement agents who are pushed to their limits.
Evil! You have to down to hell!
Well, I'll smash the window then. It's false imprisonment.
Dealing with desperate debtors.
Hello?
In dramatic situations.
You've got to stand here like a big man.
Leave it. Talk to me. Talk to me.
Push me about.
We meet the people who are losing their homes.
I don't know where I'm going to stay for the night.
That's an immediate eviction.
And their possessions.
The desks are going. Everything.
You're joking.
Okay.
Because whatever happens,
High Court enforcement.
if you can't pay, they'll take it away.
New findings have revealed that Britain's debt crisis is having a big impact on small businesses. A third of all small business owners say they write off thousands of pounds worth of debt every year. And 1 in 5 companies go bust because of delayed or unpaid invoices.
Brian O'Shaughnessy and Kevin Stokes are High Court enforcement agents. They travel around the south of England, repossessing homes, collecting debts, and seizing goods when debtors can't or won't pay.
What have we got next, Kev? We've got High Court writ for night's travel.
Today, they're heading for Horsham in West Sussex.
You looked into this, and it's a coach company, isn't it?
Yeah, coach company, yeah.
And they were taken to court by Diamond Travel UK Limited. This is for big bucks, mate. We're looking at over 16 grand on this, mate.
Right.
Yeah.
Brian and Kevin need to track down the owner of the company and ascertain any assets that could cover this large debt.
So we'll crack on with this one first. This seems to be their depot.
It's really important for you to do your research before you get to a premises. You need to know what assets they're going to have there. As soon as I get onto a site, I'm looking for higher value assets, something that will cover the debt.
Here we go. Nice travel, this one.
Hello.
The coaches are company assets that could be seized. Brian and Kevin locate the headquarters on a small business estate.
Hello. Madam, you can just let me in. I don't know if they know about the debt, but obviously they've seen us and they're not too happy about it, so they've just locked the door. So I'm going to give them a call, have a chat with them, let them know what it's all about.
Nice travel.
Hello, madam. I'm the High Court enforcement agent that's standing outside your premises, and we're here with a High Court writ today for night's travel. Is there anybody that I can speak to regarding this debt?
No, the only thing I can do is get Mr. Knight here, who's the owner.
Yeah, do you know how long he'll be till he gets here?
No, I don't. We can phone, that's all we can do.
While they wait to hear from Mr. Knight, the employee who shut the door on them comes back outside.
Where's all your paperwork? What's this for? Is it signed by a judge?
Yep, stand by the High Court.
A stamp, yeah?
Are you the director of this company?
No, I'm not.
Okay,
I'm just somebody
I don't need
that
to speak
works
to them.
here.
Okay, I'll
and
speak
they
to
are
the
not
director.
here,
I'll speak
then
to
there's nobody here.
I'll speak to the director
Get
when he
off
gets
the
here.
property.
We're not going to be doing that.
You have no right to be here. You
Why
have
not?
No right
Why
to
don't
be
we
here.
have a right?
This is private property. You
Okay,
see,
can
when
I
you
just
come
show you
in
something?
here, a bit of paper that's what, stamps?
No,
printed
no,
off
it's not a bit of paper.
Someone.
It's from the High Court.
A High Court? What?
Yeah.
Has it got his signature on it? Has it got the judge's signature?
There you go.
Has it got someone that's
What are you
actually
looking at?
signed their oath of office?
What are you looking at?
Let me ring my friend, all right?
What is it?
It's a load of bollocks. Get off this land.
No.
You have no right to be
That is
here.
my right.
No, that is not. That is
That's
a bit
my
of
right.
fucking paper printed off of the computer.
We'll beg to
and you
differ.
know it. Just go away.
Can I talk?
Can you just leave?
Can I? No, I'm not going to leave. I will not leave until I'm ready to leave.
Who are you looking for?
Looking for Night's Travel.
There's nobody here.
Okay.
It's just me and one other lady.
What time is it now?
3:10.
3:30. I'm going to make entry into your premises.
Yeah, you're not. I demand my rights, yeah? Get the police here
You're an
right
employee.
fucking now.
You're an employee.
I can't give you permission to
I don't need your permission. I don't need your permission.
No, you need the police
No, I don't.
permission or the
No, I
owner
don't.
or the landlord.
There's my permission.
That is nothing, mate. That means nothing.
Well, we'll see at 3:30, won't we?
Obstructing the High Court enforcement agents is a criminal offence. Anyone not cooperating could be arrested.
I'm here with the High Court rear. There's one employee here who's become quite difficult and obstructive and quite mouthy. I've explained to them that I'll be entering the premises. I'd like the police here for assistance. If I had £1 for every time I met somebody that knows the law, knows what I can and can't do, I wouldn't be sitting here. I would be away in Barbados sunbathing.
If the situation escalates before we get there,
Yeah.
then just give the call back on the 9.
Thank you very much. That's great. Thank you. Bye. Bye. Okay, police are on their way, yeah?
You're disgusting.
Thank you very much for your comments, madam.
You really are.
Okay.
Where do you sleep at night?
In the lovely bed.
We don't need to talk anymore. We don't need to talk.
You're disgusting.
Thank you very much.
The commotion has attracted some interest from neighbouring businesses.
Come on, whose girlfriend's that? See how they want to play it when the police get here. If they're not playing ball, I'll go and source us some tools to get in.
The team have the right to enter commercial premises by any means necessary, but forcing entry is a last resort.
That's been locked.
Kevin's always on the lookout for an open door.
People do silly things, they forget. They will slip.
Leave it alone.
They will slip, I'm telling you.
An unlocked door for me is the holy grail. People get caught up inside buildings when you're outside and they keep popping their head out to find out what's going on. And at some point or another, they all do it. They leave the door unlocked.
After 20 minutes, the police arrive.
We've explained to them that obviously we will force entry if they don't open the door and let us in. I've got you here because she's been obstructive, she's locking the door. We just don't want there to be a breach of the peace while we carry out our duty.
Ten minutes later, Brian and Kevin are still stuck outside. But then, a door is left unlocked. Kevin seizes his chance.
Hello.
Get out!
No, don't put your hands on me.
That is so fucking wrong.
Okay.
He may be in, but will he ever get hold of the £16,000 he came for?
Let go. I'll do it.
Even the police are having trouble reasoning with the employee.
He just forced his way in. No, it's not. No, it's not.
Kevin's made entry into there and he's got full rights to do so.
Fuck off, all of you. You're a bunch of cunts.
Lovely, Tommy.
Yeah.
The employee leaves, but there's still no sign of the owner. If he doesn't show up within 2 hours, the team are entitled to seize assets to the value of the debt. So when the coaches return to base, Kevin spots an opportunity and grasps the initiative.
I'm going key collecting.
Taking the keys to the coaches means they are now the property of the court.
That's one vehicle I've taken control of.
If Mr. Knight doesn't pay, the vehicles could be sold to cover the debt.
My name's Kevin Stokes, I'm a High Court enforcement agent. I'm going to take control of the vehicle, but obviously, if you want to park it up first, let's go for a ride. Have you had a good day?
Oh, yeah.
Lovely. My name's Kevin Stokes, I'm a High Court enforcement agent.
You have to see the boss, not me.
Yeah, it's fine, sir. Just leave the vehicle there, so we'll deal with it. Thank you.
The value of the coaches seized will more than cover the £16,000 debt owed to Diamond Travel Limited.
I've got 3 sets of keys. If they don't pay, then these will definitely get towed.
You good?
I think so.
You just come back from a few jobs,
Yeah,
have you?
on school runs.
One of the drivers returns to the office. He says the boss, Bob Knight, is on his way in.
What happened with Diamonds then?
We owed them about 10 grand. We assumed we were going to sell 2 coaches to get out of the shit. We didn't. We got in the shit. Our biggest problem was we thought we'd sell a coach within a month, and we didn't. Unfortunately, time runs out. People want their money, I can understand that, and you know, it goes on and on. It's quite old school. He's very embarrassed about the situation.
Yeah, I bet.
Now everything's calmed down, Brian decides a police presence is no longer needed.
Lovely, happy days, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Finally, the owner of the company, Bob Knight, returns to the depot. But with the keys to 5 coaches now in his pocket, Kevin has the upper hand.
Do you know Diamond Travel UK? Yeah. We're here to take control of your goods unless this debt can be paid. It's £16,404.52. If this cannot be paid, sir, then we do have to make arrangements to have the vehicles removed.
So you stop everybody working?
So we don't want to stop anything.
No, you stop everybody working.
Okay, no, I understand
I've been defrauded at £78,000.
Okay.
I also am owed £17,000 from unpaid bills from a company that's liquidated up north.
Understand, sir.
So it's £100,000.
Okay, it's a lot of money,
so
sir.
I can't afford to pay that in one heat.
That's fine, sir. We understand that if you can't pay it, but obviously we have to satisfy the judgment today, so we will seize the goods today, unfortunately.
Well, I can take the fucking coaches away, that's it.
Mr. Knight's business is now at risk if he doesn't pay.
I've got no money.
Okay, is there anybody you can maybe ask?
There's nobody.
Okay.
There's nobody.
What can you raise today, Bob?
Nothing. I can pay what? 2,000-3,000.
Do you want to make some calls, sir?
No, I don't. I don't want to make it. I've got nobody to make calls to.
Okay.
I'm a sole trader, I'm on my own.
Listen, we don't want to take anything from you, Bob.
And also, you're putting these guys out of work.
Well, we're not. You are, because you haven't paid the money. So let's Bob, let's stop that. Bob, I'm going to come back in 10 minutes and talk to you because you're not listening to anything at the minute. Have a chat.
Brian gives Bob Knight a chance to think about the ultimatum he's been given. They use their van to block in one of the coaches they plan to seize.
People try to deflect and they say, you know, if you take this, people can't work. Well, you know, I don't want to take his goods, but he has to understand that you can't sit here with hundreds of £1,000s worth of coaches and not pay it.
It's 4:30 p.m. The agents have been on site for an hour and a half. Mr. Knight has been making calls to try and raise the money.
We won't do it tomorrow. We'll get hold of it tomorrow.
Okay, we can't do that, sir. Okay.
Yeah, but you have to, aren't you? Because
we ain't, sir.
Where will we get all the money at 5 o'clock at night?
I don't know, sir. People do 24-hour banking. You know, if you've got a debit card or credit card or anything like that, you can pay it on.
No.
If he can't pay today, Brian will seize the company's valuable assets.
I'm possibly going to have to take 2 of them. I don't really want to take them, but he just can't pay it.
Brian lines up a recovery company to tow the coaches away.
I think they can get somebody down here and either drive it back to their depot or they'll whack it on a recovery vehicle.
But before they start removing the coaches, Kevin gives Mr. Knight one last chance to pay.
That's how much in my bank.
£2,040.
And 55p.
Wow. You do have 14 days, sir, to get them back, okay?
No, I can't get them back. Because if we don't do them tomorrow, we'll get somebody else to do the school run. Same as that.
Okay. So it's going to affect your business if...
It is, yeah.
Okay, then we need to get this done then, sir, don't we?
Well, I'm trying to.
Yeah, but it's got to happen tonight, sir. We can't...
Go away and it'll happen. Go away.
Okay. The thing is making him panic. He's saying he uses these for school runs, which it looks like he does.
It's 5:30. The team have been at the depot for 2.5 hours. Brian ramps up the pressure.
Tell him, if you don't raise it by 6 o'clock, we're removing him.
How are we getting on, sir? Fill me in so I can relay it to our office.
Well, hopefully by 6 o'clock, there'll be 13 grand bicycle change over.
So we're almost there, yeah? Okay. He said 6 o'clock he should have all the money. He's got 13 grand. I'm not leaving out full payment, though.
There were clear assets to get the full amount owing, so it was a decision for the director then, does he want to lose the coaches or make full payment?
It's 6 o'clock. The deadline is up.
How are we doing, sir?
Right. £15 off that.
Yep, OK. Do you want us to take the balance on, sir?
No, that is my machine's credit card.
OK.
The debt is finally paid in full.
Job well done, sir. Take me out, I like that one. How's it going, mate?
We came, we saw, we collected.
A national debt charity has reported a sharp increase in the numbers of people aged 60 and over seeking help with mortgage and rent arrears. More elderly people than ever before may face being made homeless.
High Court enforcement agents Stuart McCracken and Elmore Victor travel across the north of England, chasing debts and debtors. Today they're in Birkenhead, Merseyside.
No, it is lovely. It's lovely around here.
They have a writ to evict a tenant, Andrew Loynes, who's lived at the property for 10 years.
Here we go, number 77.
He's only paid part of the rent for the last 18 months. The owners are £3,000 out of pocket.
It's a bit dark in there.
The top window's open, though.
Yeah.
No one seems to be home. But the landlady, Vicky Watson, is waiting for them outside.
Hiya, you all right? Yeah. Do you know if there's anyone in? Fascinating thing about this job is there is a story behind each writ. We don't know why they've got themselves into this situation. When you start speaking to people, you're unravelling a story. Did he know this was coming?
Yeah.
Does he work at all, or?
No, he's got a brain tumour.
Has he? Right, okay.
The tenant has been unable to work since becoming ill and hasn't been able to manage the rent. There's still no answer at the door. Landlord Ian arrives to let them in.
Have you got the keys? Yeah. Right, okay. Has he got a set of keys?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
If it was 1 o'clock,
Hello? Enforcement agents? Hello? Still smell the bacon, so he hasn't gone long.
But the house isn't empty.
Hello there, sir. I'm a High Court enforcement agent. We've got an order of possession to take over the property today.
Right.
Okay. Are you able to pack some things now?
Yes.
How long will it take you to get your stuff ready?
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you more or less ready to go? Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is this your furniture, sir?
Yeah.
Right. This can stay here for 7 days, 7 clear days. So
yes.
You can take a bag today,
yes.
And then you can come back and arrange for your furniture to be removed.
Yes.
Arrange transport.
Do you understand?
Like
yes.
Do you understand the process? So for 7 days.
Mr. Loyne's health problems have affected his ability to speak. But he does seem to understand the situation.
The most important thing now is getting your next accommodation sorted.
Yeah.
When you're dealing with tenants that have got medical conditions, it makes the job a lot harder. It doesn't change the sight of the goal. We're still there to do our job, but it means that we've got to put a lot more care into that. Have you got your keys? Right, okay. Is that the only key that you've got?
Yeah.
With regards to the possession, it's been quite amicable. The gentleman himself, he knows the situation. I mean, he's got all of his stuff ready to go and packed. He's a mechanic for 15 to 20 years, and that's a safe, reliable, honest job, and he looks like a safe, honourable, hard-working guy. But it's just amazing how your health can just completely change your life. I mean, having a brain tumour, then being unable to work, and then you just see the bills mounting up. People crack under that sort of pressure, but I don't think he has.
The house contains a lifetime of memories.
As you can see, the property is in a really good condition, you know. Till his last day, he's looked after it. And you can just get that impression that's the kind of guy he is.
Oh, a lot of tools. Tools and storage. Looks like he's quite the craftsman.
Mr. Loyne's only hope for a bed tonight is in emergency accommodation. He's already been to the council asking to be rehomed, but they were unable to help him.
What did they say on Wednesday when you went down there? You have to wait until we arrive. Yeah.
Most local authority policies require tenants to be made homeless before the council can help.
Have you got any family or friends?
No.
No one at all? It's got to this point, obviously, because you couldn't pay the rent, is that right?
Yeah.
I think it's appalling, to be completely honest with you. So what happens now if he gets evicted and there isn't anywhere to put him?
After Mr. Loyne's had to
All the best.
I can't believe he's gone. It's just a sad occasion, to be honest. Yeah, they were supposed to give him the benefits to pay for it, and they told us for 2 years that they would give us the extra money, and if we threw him out, we wouldn't get a penny. So we let him stay for 2 years without getting any extra money. We're not nasty people who are going to throw somebody out on the streets. Thought we'd get the money one day, didn't we? So.
Recently published figures reveal the extent of Britain's debt crisis. 57% of companies now have some sort of business debt.
Kevin Stokes and Brian O'Shaughnessy are in Middlesex.
What have we got next, Kev? Wisdom Technology Limited. Staines. Staines massive.
They have a High Court writ to collect a company debt of £4,500 from Wisdom Technology Limited.
Computer software shop.
They're hoping the company director, Hossein Salamat, will be there to settle the debt. But this job isn't going to be straightforward.
Hello. Looking for Hossein Salamat. My name's Kevin Stokes. I'm a High Court enforcement agent.
He used to be director, yeah.
Okay. Have you got contact details for him?
The office manager, Hodder, claims that Mr. Salamat is no longer a director of Wisdom Technology and that the company no longer trades from this office.
Wisdom Technologies Limited doesn't operate from here at all. For 1 year.
25th of February, done.
But the sign in the window still says Wisdom Tech. For Kevin, it simply doesn't add up.
They're still called the same company at the front, but there's a new company up there. Wisdom Technology is still an active company. The lady's saying there's a new company in here. There's company's house certificate on the wall, but that, to be honest with you, that could mean anything. We need to try and find out which company is running out of here.
The agents need to turn detective. Brian conducts a simple experiment. He rings the company's number.
Oh, is that Wisdom Technologies? It's on the website. And I've just called the number and you picked it up.
Yeah, because it belongs to this...
But you just told me Wisdom Technologies doesn't trade here for the last year, but yet when I call a number from the internet, you pick it up.
Yeah, because the customer telephone number is here.
Customer for what company?
WTE Post, Hobbit and Services.
Hodder claims there are 3 other companies operating here, but not the one they're after.
We are not working in a wisdom tag.
But the agents aren't taking her word for it. Next, Brian finds an accounts statement.
Wisdom Technologies Limited is the company we're here after. This is the address that we're at. The date on here was 2 days ago. They said they haven't been here for over a year.
Smells, isn't it? It's dodgy.
I like the detective side of things. I like investigating. I'm a bit nosy. And as soon as I sense something's not right, I'll start digging.
A search of the back office turns up another piece of evidence. Company Director Hossein Salamat's business card.
This is the director's business card of the company that we're looking for.
This time, Kevin rings the number.
Hello, can I speak to Hossein Salamat, please?
Is that next door, is it?
Are you in the office next door?
Yeah, I'm at the office.
Okay, don't worry. Is this Hossein's office?
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Yeah? Okay.
I'll just explain the difficulty we're having at the moment. I'm not happy that he has no affiliation or doesn't still trade from here, because he still has an office and he still has paperwork and he still has an invoices sent to him. Do you understand what I mean?
Honestly, he's not.
Kevin is like a dog with a bone. Kevin is very methodical. He can't let anything lie. He wants to get to the bottom of every case. Very inquisitive.
Can I ask you one question? Why is Hossein's Mercedes parked out the front? This is Hossein, yeah?
Yeah, this is his car.
At this address, why is his car parked out the front there?
Yeah, he parked his car and even no one seen him.
He left his Mercedes out the front and nobody's ever seen him.
No, honestly.
The car outside isn't proof that the company still trades from these premises. But then Kevin makes an important discovery.
Barclaycard statement, Wisdom Technology Limited.
A recent Wisdom Tech credit card statement registered to the address.
You can't defend that. You can't defend that.
They're still spending on the company credit card.
I don't know because I don't
That's bingo, that is.
There you go.
I just responsible.
Okay, we're going to start removing goods, okay?
We'd like it to get paid, okay? I'm happy that there's enough evidence that this company's still trading here. The evidence doesn't lie, does it? As soon as you see a bit of paperwork and invoices and you confront that individual company you're looking for, what can they say?
Listen to me. We're going to start taking them apart, putting them by the door. Once I do that, you show me a receipt for that. If you don't show me a receipt, it's going to go.
I show you all.
Okay, I'll do one bit at a time, okay? One bit at a time.
The next move for me, if I'm not getting where I need to get to, is to start stacking up their goods. Unplugging things, it seems to rattle their cage.
With the team piling on the pressure, Hodder asks Kevin to speak to someone connected to the business.
Hello, sir?
Hi.
He tells Kevin that Mr. Salamat gave the company away.
Yes, he's giving away the company, yes.
He's giving Wisdom Tech Limited to the guy that you just said, yes?
Yes.
He claims that the new owner is with him at the moment.
How much is that amount?
Well, the amount is £4,537.80, sir. If that can be paid now, we can leave.
He would like to pay. If you would like to give him time, he genuinely wants to pay.
He asks for a week to settle the debt, but the team must collect today.
You just explained to him he doesn't have time. I can give him 30 minutes. Okay? If he can't pay it in 30 minutes, then we will remove the goods.
Give me 30 minutes. Let me look at it.
The deadline is set. The countdown begins.
Growing concerns about illegal tenants have led to a change in the law. Living in a property without the owner's permission is now a criminal offence. It can lead to a prison sentence, a hefty fine, or both.
Stuart and Vic are on their way to a property in Oldham, Lancashire.
Right, we are off the Edmund Street.
The landlord is owed almost £5,000 in rent. But the agents aren't here to collect any money. Their job is to evict the tenant.
Which one is it?
Number 10.
Let's go. So I'll give a lucky window knock.
The landlord lives abroad, so he's hired a representative to oversee the eviction.
Hello?
A locksmith is on site to drill the locks and force entry if no one comes to the door.
Give it 2 minutes, mate, and then drill it.
Stuart checks around the back for signs of the tenant. There's still no answer. So the drilling begins. The noise finally gets a response.
Hi, mate, you all right? We're High Court enforcement agents. We've got a writ of possession to take over the property today. OK, so you need to open up the door. Sorry? Yeah, phone the police, that's fine, but it's not going to stop us doing what we're going to be doing, sir. OK, so are you able to open the door?
And we'll move out today.
Right. The fact of the matter is, sir, that we're here now to take over the property. Well, what we're doing today is...
Have a look at the... Can I have a look?
Yeah, of course you can, but I'll just finish what I'm saying first.
Yeah.
So what we're doing today...
Court bailiff.
Hang on, just bear with me 1 second, sir. OK. So what we're doing today, we're here to change the locks and secure the property. What you need to do is, in the next 45 minutes, is collect what you need, OK? And then we can take it from there. Because, like I said, we are here to take possession of the property. All right?
OK. Can you close the door?
I said
I've got a cat. Please take the house.
I won't be...
I've got a cat. I don't want the cat.
All right, then we'll come inside and close the door behind us.
Yeah.
We'll come inside and close the door behind us.
You can close the door.
Once the agents are inside, they have legal possession of the property. Anyone living there must leave today.
What about the stuff?
Sorry?
What about the stuff?
That'll have to be removed.
Yeah, OK. Well, you'll remove it, yeah?
No, we don't do that, sir. It's something you'll have to arrange yourself, sir.
So how can you do that?
We can give you those details. OK, so we'll pass those details on to you. OK, well, what you need to do now, the next 4... Yeah.
Vic is concerned that the tenant, Andrew Chadwick, is elderly and seems vulnerable.
You know, life takes different turns for everybody, so at some point, obviously, something must have gone wrong to get in a situation like this.
You know, I've got high blood pressure. We've got a cat. It's just unfair to me that they should just be able to pile the door down with it. OK, I owe the rent money. I've got to move out of the house. I fully appreciate that. What is it you do? I prefer not to say, to be honest. Yeah, OK. We might just prejudice my job. I had a lot of houses, had a good business, had a hotel. Things started getting pear-shaped in the recession. Didn't really take a lot of notice. You know, should have addressed it more. Yeah, it took a lot. Just that culmination, like a pack of cards. You know, one thing starts to fall.
Tenants are normally granted access to the property to collect their belongings within 7 days of eviction. Stuart approaches Anthony, the landlord's representative.
What's the plan for getting the rest of his stuff?
There isn't any. It's trespass. They tell him to take it with him. I want it out today.
There is a reason for Anthony's lack of sympathy.
He's actually the agent on this one.
The tenant is not all that he seems.
No, you're not going to believe this. He is the agent for this property.
Right.
Because the house is empty, he's moved into it, so it's trespass. And he's living here illegally.
How bizarre is that?
So the owner of the property's given him the keys, but he's actually living in it and he's refusing to leave.
A very different story emerges.
He's a lettings agent, and what he's been doing is he's been saying somebody else has been living here and they haven't been paying the rent. Turns out this guy doesn't even exist. Actually him is living here. What he's doing is illegal, and what he's doing is squatting.
The landlord's representative believes Andrew Chadwick has been living here instead of a tenant called Edward Williamson.
That was the tenancy agreement he submitted under Edward Williamson.
No matter how long Andrew Chadwick has lived there, he's already known to the court.
This particular gentleman, I've found out, has been in the local paper on a number of occasions for not paying landlords. He's abused his position of responsibility.
As Andrew is squatting, he has no right to return to the property. Stuart breaks the news.
There isn't an opportunity to come back, so you need to collect what you need now. Sorry?
Why have you told me there is?
I've just checked with the claimant now, so and they said that
Do me a favour, you son.
so you need to collect, so what you need to collect, because you won't be allowed to come back, I'm afraid.
Evicting an elder person sometimes has got, you kind of feel sorry for them. But what we have learned is with age comes wisdom. And this gentleman knows the property law. The word con man jumps to mind. It's just shocking how he got away with it for so long.
Andrew's time in the house is up.
Have you got everything now, sir?
Well, not exactly, no, but what can I do?
Is there anything else you need to get?
No.
Andrew is now homeless. And there may be more trouble ahead.
The landlord feels that this needs to go further. He shouldn't be allowed to get away with it. Yes, he's acted fraudulently in my eyes. However, with the justice system that is in this country, has he? We'll wait and see on that.
Staines, Middlesex. Brian O'Shaughnessy and Kevin Stokes have come to collect a £4,500 debt from Wisdom Technology Limited. Hodder, the office manager, told them that the company was no longer trading from that address.
We are not working in a Wisdom Tech.
But a hunt for evidence revealed a different story.
They're still spending on the company credit card.
They were told that the business had changed hands. And the new owner said he was willing to pay. Kevin gave him a 30-minute deadline.
Okay, if he can't pay it in 30 minutes, then we will remove the goods.
30 minutes later, the new owner's representative calls back.
The gentleman is unable to pay right now. He needs time.
It's not the news Kevin and Brian were hoping for. If the debt can't be paid today, they are entitled to seize the company's assets to the value owed.
Many of the items there do not belong to Wisdom Tech.
So what I'm going to do is the items that you say don't belong to Wisdom Tech, I'm going to check the receipts, and if the receipts are in the other company's name, they'll be fine, okay? Everything else we're going to take, okay?
But if you wait a week, it will be paid. If you take the goods now, they won't be able to pay.
Okay.
Just for you to know, and that's your own decision.
No problem at all. Okay, then I'll leave you a list of the goods that we've taken, okay, sir?
Very good.
I didn't understand what he's saying. متوجه نشدی چی گفت؟ خب الان همه رو جمع میبرن. متوجه نشدی چی گفت الان به انگلیسی؟ چرا داره همین کارو میکنه؟ به من گوش
That's fine, sir. I will be checking the receipts. I won't take any items that belong to the new company, okay? I promise you that.
The team has to be sure any item they seize belongs to Wisdom Technology Limited.
Okay.
This is my computer.
Okay, why is it in the workplace then?
Darling, because this is my office. This is my office.
Let go of my hand, please.
Sometimes people are over-friendly, touchy-feely. I think they think it's a way to get around you, but it's not. It don't work with me.
Excuse me. Excuse me, please.
Okay, listen to me.
Please excuse me.
No.
You're obstructing me.
No.
You are?
Honestly.
Okay, you're committing an offence by obstructing me. You know that, don't you?
You can come.
The team need to collect assets worth £4,500. But Hodder tries again to stop them.
No.
Please, just a second.
No, go and deal with my colleague. Go and deal with my colleague. Okay, please go and deal with my colleague.
I'm going to talk to you.
I don't need to be talked to, and I don't need my hand held either.
Please.
Madam, why don't you, hello, why don't you talk to me and make the payment? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. If you're touching me again, I'll call the police. Okay? That's the last time I'll say it. We don't want to do that.
You have to talk to him again.
I'm not going to speak to anybody, madam. I'm carrying on now. Okay? If you want to speak to him, you speak to him.
These are not worth to... How much for that?
I don't know. That's why I've got to take a lot of stuff.
Come on.
I've got to take the desks. The desks are going. Everything.
You're joking.
Okay? No. I'm not joking.
Okay.
Okay, a lot of stuff's going now. Do you want to shut this?
It's a game. People will push you until somebody breaks, somebody folds.
This is mine.
Okay.
This is mine.
Have you a receipt for it? How many times have I got to ask you?
Come on, darling.
The team are hoping that the threat of removing goods will trigger payment.
This is very hard, but necessary. It's going to pay off. I know it's going to pay off. It's just pushing the right buttons at the right time. I don't want to throw all my cards on the table. I don't want to start picking up stuff, taking it straight out the door, because then that's all my cards done. I need to work in stages. At the moment, I'm putting on pressure little by little. Okay, my next step, I'm going to call a vehicle to come and recover these goods now. So once I call that vehicle, these goods will be going.
The team have now been on the premises for 2 hours.
No, give me half an hour.
No way on earth are you getting half an hour.
Okay, go and make your phone call.
Don't do what you need to do. I'll give you 10 minutes,
15
okay?
minutes.
Hodder calls the company accountant. She's ready to make them an offer.
I'm going to pay now 1,000 to you.
Right.
Okay.
But Brian wants at least twice that amount.
We asked for nearly 5,000 from you, okay? What we're asking you is for £2,080. So you got 1,000, yeah?
Yeah.
Fantastic. So we're halfway there.
Yeah.
Good. So all we need to do is find another £1,080. That's what we need to do together, find out how we're going to get that.
Now?
Now.
Darling, I don't have
Hang on. No. I'm going to give you this option for another 15 minutes. If you don't make that payment in 15 minutes, then I'm going to have to remove your goods.
I don't have it.
Don't worry about it.
If you start moving?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's start taking them.
Yeah.
Hodder says she can't pay the £2,080. So Kevin takes the first goods out of the building.
We're going round and round in circles.
I'm going to pay 2,000. Bring my stuff.
£2,080, yeah? Kevin,
yeah.
Paying £2,080 now. You going to bring it back in?
Yep.
Some people have to be pushed that far. You could only pay £1,000 5 minutes earlier.
Hodder finally pays the £2,080.
Sometimes you have to up the ante and show your intention. Unfortunately, we have to do that sometimes. The directors have taken no responsibility, and all they've done is shout at her, and that's probably why she's upset.
£2,080.
Check.
Okay, it's done, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hodder has resolved matters for now, but the rest of the debt has to be paid within 7 days.
That was all right, wasn't it? Took a bit of time, got there though.
Next time, a heartbreaking eviction sees 6 children lose their homes.
Nobody knew none of us were being kicked out today.
Kevin's patience is pushed to the limit.
Honestly, I feel drained. She's like a social vampire.
And Brian gets more than he bargained for.
Oh! Oh, told you. Bella!
What happens when you get into debt?
Because I don't do big gifts.
Ooh.
And you can't
I'm going to struggle to pay this.
or won't pay it back.
It doesn't matter what you want, sir. Unfortunately, that's the law.
We meet the High Court enforcement agents who are pushed to their limits.
evil! You have to down to hell!
Well, I'll smash the window then. It's false imprisonment.
Dealing with desperate debtors.
Hello?
In dramatic situations.
You've got to stand here like a big man.
Leave it. Talk to me.
Push me about.
We meet the people who are losing their homes.
I don't know where I'm gonna stay for the night.
Can I call my mum? Of course.
And their possessions.
The desks are going? Everything?
You're joking.
Okay.
Because whatever happens,
High Court enforcement.
if you can't pay, they'll take it away.
A recent survey has shown that there are a record 5.2 million small businesses operating in the UK. But for every successful venture, there are many failures that leave a trail of debt behind them.
Brian O'Shaughnessy and Kevin Stokes are High Court enforcement agents. They drive over 500 miles per week, collecting payments for unpaid debts and seizing goods. It's 8 p.m, and they're on their way to West Moseley, Surrey, to collect a debt of nearly £6,000 owed by a small family-run business called Chameleon.
Now we've got Christian Reed trading as Chameleon and Melanie Reed trading as Chameleon. But the good thing is, it's in their personal names.
Because they are named on the writ, Melanie and Christian are personally liable for the £5,800, regardless of whether it's a business debt.
It's this one.
Yeah?
Yep.
This allows Brian and Kevin to enforce payment at their home.
Hello. Are you Melanie? Hello, Melanie. My name's Kevin Stokes. I'm a High Court enforcement agent for DCBL. I'm here for Christian Reed and Melanie Reed.
In terms of?
High Court writs for Merchant Management Limited, Bathroom Discount Centre.
We do realise that we're bankrupt.
Okay.
And they're included in the bankruptcy.
Cool.
Okay, have you got the paperwork?
No, but
We're going to need to see paperwork, unfortunately, Melanie.
you're not, because you have no right to be in here. So I'm going to go in.
Okay.
And I'm going to see you later.
Any bankruptcy claim requires careful investigation.
We're bankrupt.
No, well, you need to prove that, otherwise action will continue.
If a debt is written off, it will appear on an official list called an inventory.
So,
We're going to need to see paperwork.
And Brian and Kevin will have to stop action.
we're bankrupt.
No, well, you need to prove that.
It's up to you. But you can search it out.
Okay. Don't touch me. Don't touch
You're
me.
not allowed to come
I'm walking.
into my house.
Why not? I've got a High Court writ to be here.
You haven't.
Yes, I have.
You haven't got permission
I've got
to
a High
come
Court.
into my
I
house.
don't need your permission.
The writ allows the agents unforced access to the property.
A lot of people, they get so wound up on the door that they forget they forget they've left the back door open or something like that. So I take that as an opportunity to go and investigate, see if I can find a way in.
Oh, sir. How you doing? Okay.
Excuse me, can you just come into someone's house?
Big,
It's not about
yes,
size.
However, yes, it
It's not
is.
about size. Oh, lovely.
Don't put your
No. How you doing? Sorry. Of course you can.
Get out now of my house. Get out
Don't touch
now.
me. No.
Get out.
Call the police, please. That's assault. It's
No, it's not. Get out of my
No.
house.
Got a High Court writ to be here.
Okay.
Cool.
Good.
Get your paperwork.
Let's see then,
Go on.
shall we?
Stupid, isn't it? Yeah,
No.
fine, call the police.
Call the police.
Yeah, we're all.
Because you're going to look really silly, aren't
Get your
you?
paperwork then.
Try to eat you.
Just wait for 2 minutes, yeah?
Eh?
Wait 2 minutes.
Don't call them, no?
Just got the paperwork, we'll leave.
Melanie believes that the debt is written off by the bankruptcy. But unless it's on the inventory, the agents have no proof.
Go, fat git.
Thank you.
Because you are.
Thank you very much.
Fat git. Out of my house.
Can I see your infantry,
now.
please?
Sorry?
Can I see your infantry, please?
Don't you see an inventory?
Well, if you don't show me, I'm going to continue with action.
No, there isn't one.
If you haven't got one, I'm going to continue with action. Okay?
Listen.
No, you listen.
No, you listen. Because you're a
You
thick
listen.
shit.
Thank you very much.
Okay? Listen. There is no inventory, you big bully.
Okay.
Okay, I've got guys in here.
Yeah.
And you're a big bully.
Thank you.
Get out of my house. Because you have no jurisdiction to be here.
Here's my jurisdiction. To be here. That's very smart, isn't it? Now call the police. Yeah.
Because you're going to get out. Because I don't do big gits.
Ooh, fantastic. Thank you very much.
That was assault there.
Oh, really?
Yep, fantastic.
Hello, could I have police assistance, please?
Kevin calls the police, while Brian documents the physical evidence of the assault.
I'm a High Court enforcement agent. I'm at an address serving a High Court writ. My colleague has just been struck in the face.
When somebody's verbally aggressive to me, it's part and parcel of the job. It doesn't make it right. Goes in one ear and out the other. When it comes to physical arguments with people, it's a totally different ballgame. We're all family men, we have families, and we come out to work and we expect to go home to our families. But unfortunately, some individuals, they get physical with us, and it's really difficult. You know, what gives them the right to do that? Why should we go to work and be abused?
When Melanie returns, she has allegations of her own.
My arm.
Cool.
That's what you caused.
Okay.
Okay, so I will be seeking compensation.
How was that done, please?
By you restraining me there when you attempted to come in my
I restrained
house
you,
and
yeah?
had, absolutely.
You do what you need to do.
Come.
They are coming, they're coming.
Yeah. That's what you've done.
Yeah.
So.
Let the police deal with that.
Leave our house.
No.
We have the police on their way, okay? So
who's the other gentleman on it?
Is a Christian Reed and
Where's Christian Reed, please?
Oh, we don't answer to you, little scumbag. I'd suggest you get out of the house.
I'm not leaving.
You have to leave.
I don't have to do anything.
You have to do what I say.
No, I don't.
You
No,
to
you-
do,
no, you-
because
no, I
you've
don't.
made a massive error.
Let's not talk anymore.
No, I have to talk.
I'm not going to talk to you anymore.
Oh dear, red faces, love it.
Yeah, it's from your slap. Can you show me where this debt is on this paperwork, please?
There won't be, because you need to contact
It's not on it,
the
then.
official receiver.
It's not on it then, is it?
It is. You need to contact the official receiver.
Nope.
Which is included
No, I
in
don't.
that.
No, I don't.
No, I don't need to. Yes, you do.
I'll be continuing with action today. When was your bankruptcy hearing, please?
On the 30th of September 2013.
13, yeah?
Yeah.
This went to court on the 1st of September 2014, so it wouldn't be on your bankruptcy paperwork.
Yes, but it was to
No.
do with...
I'll continue with
Oh,
action.
well.
I'll continue with action, yeah, I'll continue with action.
Melanie hasn't provided enough evidence to stop the agents from demanding payment. She and Brian are at a standoff.
Do you know, I've met some characters in my day doing this job.
I've met some thick shits.
Thank you very much.
You are one of them.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just going to make you, when the police get here, we're going to continue with our duty, okay?
When the police get here, you'll be removed.
What started as a simple debt recovery case is about to take an unexpected turn.
The police are here.
Hi.
How you doing? Okay. Okay, I'll let her explain.
I tell you what,
her first, yeah? Fantastic.
And then my colleagues will speak to these.
Oh, no, I'll stay here. Thank
Well,
you.
we'll go in here then. Let's go in here. She's become aggressive, rude. She's whacked me in the face. I said, look, you know, that's it. Let's just call the police now and get assistance to try and get it resolved. She said she was bankrupt. I said, look, just show me the paperwork. We'll cross the references and we'll leave. No problem. That's all we're asking from you. No, I'm not giving you this. I'm not giving you that. So I'm like, look, we can't leave here until we resolve that. If she had the relevant paperwork, I'd leave.
I'm with you, okay.
But she hasn't.
It's always handy to have police on site because they have to make a note of what's gone on. They have to do their own reports. It also, people think before they tell you a lie because they're lying in front of the police as well, so they could potentially get themselves in a bit of bother. So the police are very handy in this job.
With tensions rising and no settlement in sight, Brian calls the office to double-check procedure.
How you doing? Can I pick your brains? If the county court judgment was made on the 1st of September 14 and it's not on any of the bankruptcy paperwork, we can continue, yeah? That's fine. Fine, we'll continue. That's great. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye. Yeah, it's just exactly what I thought. Just verifying things with the governor. You know, the debt was accumulated after any bankruptcy hearings or proceedings, so they're still liable for it. So I don't think she'll be too pleased.
Brian's reassured, but Melanie digs her heels in. It turns out she applied for a second bankruptcy, which she thinks clears the debt.
This is from the official receiver.
Cool.
Okay, this is the 27th of February this year. Okay, 27th of February. There you go. 27th of February.
You said that 4 times. I understood that.
Yes, quite.
Okay, can you get this paid, yes or no?
No, I'm not
Okay,
paying it.
I'm going to start removing goods then, okay?
Listen.
The writ authorises the team to seize goods to cover the cost of a debt. Normally, the threat alone forces a debtor's hand. but not Melanie's.
Melanie?
Please listen to me for a second.
Melanie?
Melanie?
Listen.
The gentleman's trying to help you. You pay it now or not, or the gentleman will be taken.
Melanie,
We have a bankruptcy order that protects us from this.
I'm just going to continue with action. I'm going to call vehicles and just carry on, because you're not going to pay it.
This is a deputy official receiver's letter.
And this is a High Court writ. You need to pay it. She's confusing everything, because what she's saying is she's got an order, so I'm like, OK, show me your order. She says, I haven't got an order because we're still trying to sort it out. So I'm like, well, you haven't got an order. We're going around in circles. Yeah, we're going around in circles here. Right,
After an hour, Brian's patience has run out.
Right, I'm going to ask you one more question. Can you pay it?
This is an order
Can you
that
pay this
says...
tonight, Melanie?
If you go against this, I will take severe
Hey,
action.
it's nothing to do with them.
Have they checked the register of bankruptcy?
It's not, what are we asking him for?
Have they
Why are you
checked?
asking him for? Why are you asking
Because
him?
you should be supporting me in my own
Why should they?
home.
They're here to remain impartial.
Go and check
Can
the
you pay it?
Go
Can
and
you
check
pay it?
the bankruptcy register.
Thank you. Right, let's carry on. I'm just going to carry on.
As Melanie repeatedly refuses to pay, Kevin decides to change tactic.
Sorry, I just got to speak to Christian.
He heads upstairs to search for Melanie's husband.
Hello, Christian. Okay, sir. To be honest, your wife needs to calm down a little bit. She's annoying the police now. You're more civil. To me, you seem more civil. I'm only going to ask you once. Can you pay this and then contest it? If not, then we will have to continue with action.
Just need to check.
Yeah.
I've got to check that, because the thing is, the something's here.
Yeah.
I've got to check that we're doing the right thing.
Listen to me. If tomorrow you are able to prove that everything you're saying is true, then obviously they'll have to refund your money. Okay? We can only act on information that's given to us at the time. We just want to get out of here, to be honest with you. It's upsetting your family. Just pay it. We'll give you your receipt. You can then go and appeal it.
But, I mean...
The hardest thing is paying it now because your wife's kicked off with the other guy and you're going to get it in the ear.
Before Christian can make up his mind,
Get out of my bedroom, you scumbag.
Melanie intervenes.
Bedroom. Look at all this paperwork.
No.
You're not paying something that they are fraudulently taking. We are bankrupt. Do you know what I mean? Humiliating enough. You know, there's paperwork and paperwork.
Melanie,
I've shown them emails.
Melanie, we're having a civil discussion, that's all.
Shut the door then, because I want that thug out who hurt me.
Let me just have a discussion with her a minute, all right?
Yeah, no problem at all, sir. Thank you.
Is he paid?
Right, he wants to pay it.
Yeah, fine.
She's just having a discussion with her. She's telling him not to pay it. He's saying he wants to pay it, so...
Well, listen, do me a favour. Give them a deadline, because I'm not... What time is it now? Because these guys got better things to do.
It's 5 to 10, mate.
Right, we'll tell her she's got till 10 o'clock to pay, and then...
Let them have the talk. I'll talk to him, mate. He's a lot more...
Yeah, all right. I'm surprised the husband didn't come down and try and take over the situation and deal with it, you know. But by the sounds of things with her, she wears the trousers.
Hello, sir. We need to know what you're doing, because obviously the police want to know what we're doing, because
Well, the point is, we are protected under this bankruptcy.
I understand what you're saying, Melanie. I do. I really do.
My paperwork has more stamps on it than your paperwork. And in fact...
Melanie, it's not about how many stamps you've got, OK?
OK, but I think pretty much my paperwork here looks a little bit more authentic than yours.
OK.
It's now 10 p.m. and Brian's deadline is up.
Can you let them know? Are we on stage 2?
Can I just inform you of something, Christian? At the moment, we're at stage 2, which is notice after entry. They're now asking me to move to stage 3, which will incur a £950 sales stage fee. If you do not pay it right now, I will have to move to this stage.
For Melanie and Christian, it's decision time. Stage 3 has a financial penalty.
You won't be able to come backwards off of this once the...
Kevin, let's go. Come down. Kevin, come down. We'll go to stage 3. Let's go.
Your choice. You won't get the money off these thieves.
Kevin.
Okay, right. Okay, we're gonna move to stage 3. Okay, we're gonna remove.
Stage 3, yeah?
Yep.
Right, start making infantry goods now, yeah?
One second. Brian, hold on.
What? I'm not...
Right, Christian, do you have the card, sir?
Yeah?
Christian decides to pay.
Okay, sir.
So what am I paying?
You're paying this one here, stage 2, which is the original 5,794.80.
But Melanie isn't happy. She's still fighting her corner.
I will pursue the fact that we have been...
Is your husband paying?
Yes.
Good.
To get rid of absolute scumbag thugs. Look at him. No, I'm sorry, but I'm protected by something. We paid, we actually sorted this out. This should never happen. And you are the scourge of society.
Have you got a different card?
But there's a problem. Christian's card is declined.
This one's just saying, please remove card. I don't know if it'll take that sort of card.
Mel. 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 Mel.
She's going to get herself nicked, mate, if she carries on for breach of the peace. Just tell her to calm down.
Your paperwork looks nothing compared. I have got 7 stamps on my paperwork up there that your colleague has just seen. 7 stamps. Your paperwork has 1. 1 stamp. I don't even think it's valid.
Christian finds another card, and the debt is paid in full.
Officers, it's all done. All done. Yeah. Thank you very much, officers. Thank you, sir. Thank you, officer.
Finally, after 2.5 hours, the job is over.
Do you know what? That was just draining.
Honestly, I feel drained. She's like a social vampire. Sucked the life out of me, mate.
Let's get these receipts done.
He's good as gold.
Yeah. See, he wears the trousers.
He wanted to pay that from a long time ago. What added insult to injury was his card wouldn't be accepted, so he paid on her card, so she paid it.
According to new figures from a major housing charity, the shortage of social housing in the UK has led to a record 9 million people renting in the private sector. But there are increasing concerns that tenants can be evicted without any reason being given by their landlord.
High Court enforcement agents Paul Bowhill and Steve Pinner have a combined 60 years of experience. They often work in London, repossessing homes and collecting debts.
Henry Road, Barnet. It's a repossession. It looks like it's a flat or a block of flats.
Today, they're in Barnet to enforce the eviction of 3 tenants who rent from the same landlord.
It's 3 writs, all in the same block of flats. But, unfortunately, there are no blocks of flats. Oh, it's here. It's a set of houses. OK. Got that one wrong, didn't I?
It's a small housing estate in a close-knit community.
The first one is number 10. So let's go look at number 10.
The properties are all close together. It's going to be hard for the team to do their work without attracting attention. The first writ is for mother of 2, Jade Saunders. Even Paul and Steve don't know the reason for her eviction. There are no rent arrears.
Hello? Good morning. Hello. OK. Morning. Miss Saunders.
Yeah.
We're from the High Court. We have a writ to repossess the property.
So I had to move today?
Yeah.
Nobody told me.
Well, there's been notices from the county court, obviously. You haven't moved by their prescribed
They
date.
told me they were going to give me a notice.
OK, calm down. Let's go through it. Let's just go through it, shall we?
I'm panicking now.
Don't panic.
Can I call my mum?
Of course. Yes, of course. No problem. Please.
They said they would give me a letter.
What normally happens is, with the county court,
Are you taking my stuff?
No, we're not going to touch anything. We're not going to take anything. No, it's OK. Go on. Just take a breath. Take a breath.
Sorry, can I call my mum?
Yeah, of course.
I want my mum to come in.
No problem.
Jade knew her landlord wanted her out. But she didn't know it would happen today.
Get through to your mum, and then
She's
we'll...
just gone into bloody Morrison's. Mum, the bailiffs have turned up at my door. Can you come down? Thank you. All right, bye.
She's not 6 foot tall and very big, is she?
She's about
Oh, that's OK. I can probably deal with that. No. What I need to do is impress upon you that you need to get your stuff together.
OK.
OK. So if you start doing that while your mum's on her way.
But
All right?
he didn't.
Okay. Whether he's done anything that he should have done or he promised you, we can't do anything about that.
That's so naughty of him, though.
We can't do anything about that. All we can do is deal with what we've got.
Hello?
Jade's mum phones back.
Have I answered the door? I'm talking to the man.
Well, it wouldn't have mattered because we are allowed to gate access.
No, they're allowed to come in anyway. But he's... Yeah, no. It's not that they're gonna... It's really not like how you think. All right, well, can you just calm down? Don't come in all guns blazing because the man's actually really nice.
Thank you.
All right, bye.
Calm yourself down. I'll do this bit.
Steve's first job in the eviction is to change the locks, but Jade is still confused about the process.
And are you sure that I can get back in the property with the landlord?
Yes.
And nothing will be taken?
No, nothing at all. It's not part of the writ.
Okay, so nothing's going to be taken.
No, you just get your stuff together.
Arisha, come here, please. Arisha, come here, please. Come, baby, we need to get some clothes.
You need clothes, medication, mobile phone, and then if you've got any identification and that for the council office.
Yeah.
That's the important bit. Get into the council office.
Actually, open for a minute.
Jade's got 1 hour to pack the essentials for herself and her 2 young children.
How to do this PlayStation? How the hell does it come out of the bloody wall?
I think your mum's just come, hasn't she?
Morning.
Can you take this downstairs? Careful, because it's... I don't know if I can.
I'll do it. Just leave it there.
Okay, because it's got a PlayStation in it.
That's all right. Just leave it there.
Please be careful with it. Okay, I've got all the boys' clothes. Well, not all of them.
Yeah.
Some of them. Arisha needs to go to nursery in a minute.
No, you've got to forget that, Jade. You've really got to think about milk, nappies.
Oh, nappies.
Yeah, see? I hope this landlord sleeps at night. I hope he's got a conscience. Obviously he hasn't, or she hasn't. What they should do is come down here, speak with us, find out how this has all come about, and find out who the genuine people are in this world. We're law-abiding citizens and we've got to go through all this embarrassment because of greedy landlords.
Steve's nearly finished changing the locks. But all the noise has alerted the neighbours.
Nobody knew none of us were being kicked out today. I mean, I've got 2 young kids. What am I going to do?
Paul and Steve still have 2 more evictions to go, and no one knows who's next.
Hello. We have an eviction order for this property. We're from the High Court.
Okay.
If I can explain how the situation works, you've got an hour to get personal things together,
Right.
and then you can make an arrangement with the landlord to come back for the rest of the stuff. Have you got children here?
Yeah, I've got 2 young children.
If you take that to the council, because you've got children involved, they'll give you emergency accommodation.
Okay. So I've got to be out in literally an hour.
You have, yeah.
Unlike her neighbour Jade, Kelly is prepared. She started packing after receiving notice from the county court.
Go to Grandad.
Hiya.
Go to Grandad.
But Paul and Steve's visit still comes as a shock.
None of us knew we was being evicted today. All we knew is that we got a possession order and we thought that we would get a bailiff letter so we had time to get out. Nobody knew none of us were being kicked out today. I mean, I've got 2 young kids. What am I going to do?
Paul and Steve's presence on the estate is causing a stir. And there's still 1 more tenant to evict.
No, you're not from number 20, are you? Do you know the people from number 20? And you've got a phone number for or anything? I mean, with the warrant that we've got, we would just break in and repossess it anyway, but we'd prefer not to do that if she's... Hello? Yes, do you live at number 20 here?
Paul reaches Chloe, tenant number 3, on her mobile and suggests that she return home.
So how long will you be before you get home? All right, that's lovely. Thank you very much. OK, the tenant at number 20 is 20 minutes away, on the way back.
When Chloe returns, neighbour Kelly breaks the bad news.
You got an hour
Yeah.
to get your essentials.
Yeah.
Medication, identification, children's clothes, your clothes for a few days.
Yeah, yeah.
And just come back, make an arrangement with the landlord, and you take
Do you know
some...
how hard it is to get hold of the landlord and the estate agent? This is why I'm in this position.
They cannot refuse to let you back in to get your stuff.
Okay.
Okay?
As long as I
So,
know that.
yeah.
None of the tenants know why they're being evicted, but a neighbour has heard a rumour.
As far as I gather, this is potentially not reliable, but I believe the landlady wants to put in like emergency housing. She can get more
for it.
out of that.
I'm sorry it's all of a shock.
That's okay.
There is no... It's not in our systems to actually give you a warning.
Okay.
But somebody down here said the landlords want to rent this back to the council as emergency housing. I mean, that's a bit of a conundrum, isn't it?
Well, no,
So
the
it could end
room-
up back here.
The rumour that was
Yeah.
rumour that was going round was that she was going to knock it all down and redo it all and then do it for higher rents. So she
Okay.
wanted anybody out that was on housing benefit.
Right. Landlords are now evicting people on benefits because of the benefits cap system and the way it's depriving them of 25% of their rental income. They can earn more money by handing the property over to social housing companies and their rent is guaranteed.
I don't know what to do because are we even going to have a bed? We won't.
Back at number 10, Jade is nearly out.
We won't have a bed. I don't really fancy sleeping on someone else's bed.
We'll take your bed in then.
If you want to.
I wonder if that landlord will give us the money back for how we've decorated it. The pounds we've spent. No, we tried to keep the property in good nick, painting it. She's had to live with windows that don't work, damp down the wall. And if you think I'm saying this all for sympathy, not a chance. Because I will sort my family out, whatever it takes. But I just think they're just greedy. I can't carry anything, Jack, it's my bag.
Okay, just leave it. Maybe I should do this with my foot, but you know.
Jade's mother still wants to know why this has happened.
I don't think it's for rent arrears, though. I think this has been, the court application has been because of the, it's the end of the tenancy.
Rubbish. That's rubbish. She wants everybody out.
No, I'm not arguing with you. I'm just explaining how the
Yeah.
procedure works. It's not for rent arrears because the rent's been paid, hasn't it?
Billy! Which car are you getting in?
Across the estate, friends and family have turned up to help.
Hello.
So this bag didn't quite make it. And no, they won't fit me, before anybody asks.
Even Steve and Paul lend a hand.
If there's any problems with it, I'll change sides and I will actually,
Okay.
you know, I'll make sure it works okay.
Yes, I've got a lot of stuff up there.
But what you do need to do is to get, you know, a van and 3 or 4 people to help you, so it isn't going to take any longer.
I'll sort all that out for her.
Yeah. You need to go down the gym first,
Yeah, well,
though.
oh, yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
That's okay, thank you very much.
Cheers.
Thanks
You
a lot.
take care, sir.
Yeah, you too.
You can phone any time.
All right.
I'll answer the phone.
All right, lovely.
All right, sir. Thank you.
Good luck.
All 3 tenants face the challenge of finding somewhere to sleep for the night. Between them, there are 6 children who are now homeless. It will be up to the council to find them emergency accommodation.
According to recent reports, Britain is in the midst of a debt crisis, with up to 9 million people struggling to repay what they owe.
High Court enforcement agents Brian O'Shaughnessy and Del Anglin are on their way to Kent to visit a family who owe £2,000 to a vet.
So you'll find that they've had an emergency, they've rushed them in there on a weekend, they're out overnight, and they run up a bill.
Yeah.
I know this because I've been through it myself.
Yeah.
You treat them like kids, don't you? Part of the family, you know?
Well, they are kids, effectively.
The High Court order gives them the power to collect payment today. If it's not paid, they'll seize goods to cover the debt.
Ah, 2 cars.
It's tucked away, wasn't it?
The person named on the writ is Sarah Ryan.
What's the matter, mate?
Initially, she owed over £1,000. But the High Court fees have almost doubled the debt.
Do you think they knew we were coming and left the door open for you? Keys are in the door. They must be in, for God's sake.
But to check if there's anyone round the back, first they'll need to get past the dogs.
Do you want to chance that?
Why not?
I've never been attacked by a dog, but I've always felt that they might do. What's the matter? It doesn't take much, particularly if you're looking at the dog and the dog's looking at you. Easy, chocolate.
Hello.
They say don't maintain eye contact, but I do because I want to know what the dog's going to do.
Huh? Come on, have fun. I'm right behind you.
I don't care. Listen.
Hello.
Anybody in?
Hello, how are you? You all right?
Not very well at all.
That's all right. Are you Sarah?
I am.
How are you?
Not well at all.
Okay.
I'm not very well.
My name's Brian.
Yeah.
I'm here on behalf of the High Court.
Right. My kids are here, my husband's
Okay,
at work.
no problem.
I've got an overactive thyroid and I'm really unwell.
Okay,
so I know
no
it's not your
problem.
problem. but I don't want
Listen, I'm
to-
here to resolve it in the right
I know,
way.
okay.
All right?
Yeah.
It's obviously for one of the dogs, was it? It had some
Yeah,
care
yeah,
for
it
it,
was,
yeah.
yeah.
Well, we got a balance of £2,097 and 22 pence. No, it's fine, no problem. Hello. So which one was unwell then?
Bella, she had...
Oh, Bella.
Just want to see what they're still asking us for.
The original fee was £1,054 and 65 pence. Yeah, what they've done is there was a county court judgment made against you on the 31st of March. Now what they've done is they've upgraded it.
Right, okay.
Yeah. And they basically and they've sent us
Well, we've got nothing. Honestly,
Okay.
you can look at my bank account. We've got nothing. We got paid last Friday. There's nothing left. I've got £5 in my account, and he's got about 80 quid in his. And
Okay.
the car on the drive is a company car. The little car is worth about 400 quid. What can we do? How do I get around it?
If you don't mind me asking, how did the debt occur in relation to Bella?
For Bella, we couldn't really afford to take her in, but we couldn't lose her.
It was an emergency. It was like a hospital for dogs, isn't it? It's not just a vet. What did she have done? What was wrong with her?
She had a fibroid, like a human fibroid, which had got infected and swollen up. So she would have died if they hadn't have.
What was the payment plan arrangement you had with them?
It was over 6 months to pay them.
Over what? How much a month?
139 a month.
Are you not working at the moment at all? No. And your husband's working?
Yes.
What I'd like to do, Sarah, and I'm going to be totally honest, I'd like to look at your circumstances and finalise everything.
Yes.
Have a chat.
Put some clothes on.
And so fine, go and do that, and when you're ready, we'll do that. If we'll wait here till you're ready. Don't worry. We'll only us two will come in. That's not a problem. All right. No problem.
What's the matter, Scottish Terrier?
Hello.
Hello, boy.
That's a bark, didn't you?
You was having a go at me earlier, weren't you? Yeah.
Hello, Bella.
Now you want to be
You
mates.
wasn't very well, were you?
Yeah.
Hey? You wasn't very well. Hey? You wasn't well.
Sniff your ass, yeah?
Oh, bless. She's lovely, isn't she? Oh, look at you, eh? When we initially came up here, she knew what this was for. I think she just got a bit nervous and didn't want to answer the door. So our door was open. I think they were hiding. We've come through here, braving it. With you, young man, eh? And she's come to the door. She's got some medical issues. We're going to have a sit down now and look at her circumstances here and look at her income and expenditure, first and foremost. See how they're living.
Yeah.
Sit. Sit. Good boy. Let's go speak to Mummy. Come on.
Sarah calls husband Ben to let him know the High Court enforcement agents are at the house.
Don't cry, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry.
All right, baby, I love you.
G'day, Kim.
Just let him know what's happening, yeah? Cool. Is he all right?
Yeah, worried.
Don't worry about that.
Quick peruse.
If she can't pay now, Brian and Dell may have to seize goods.
JVC. Nice. This is the life, eh?
And Sarah may risk losing everything.
You had a bad time, haven't you?
Really rough time. It's been shit. Really. Sorry.
We'll deal with you the right way. Okay, so how many bedrooms?
3. Do you want to have a look?
Well,
Be
Del,
easier.
you'll have a quick look.
Yeah, I'll have a... Is that okay?
Yeah, fine, I'll let him go. He can go there. Don't worry about that.
I'll just have a quick peruse.
So, when did you stop work, Sarah?
Well, I wasn't working really for the whole of last year because I had another problem, which has then been sorted, and then this has come on the back of it.
You had a bad time, haven't you?
Really rough time. It's been shit. Really. Sorry.
Don't be silly. If you want to have a cigarette or take some time out, you're very welcome to. All right.
It's been horrible.
All right. It's okay. Don't be silly. Don't be silly. Listen, Sarah. The only reason I'm asking is because we need to look at your circumstances. You know, that determines how we deal with you. Yeah.
Absolutely.
The agents have a duty to enforce the writ, so taking goods could be the only option. Del goes on a hunt for items of value.
As soon as we gain entry, we're looking. We're asking questions. We're looking for the correct answers, and we're analysing all the time. We're always analysing and seeing what's going on.
JVC. Nice.
Once we've done that, we then make a decision. Again, people's behaviour and how they deal with us reflects on how we deal with them also. So it's the little factors that make that final decision. I'm looking at your whole picture, and I'm looking to make a decision based on all of it, yeah?
The few goods she has won't cover the debt, but since Sarah's been cooperative, Brian wants to give her another chance.
I'm not prying into your business. It may seem that I am, but you can understand. No, it's fine.
We are prying.
But I deserve it.
No. But it's just to look at the whole situation. We're happy to set an arrangement for you today.
Okay, thank you. Good.
All right.
Yes, thank you.
I don't think you're going to default it.
The caveat is you don't want to default.
No, because then it ends up coming down on top.
Then it comes back.
It becomes an issue then for us.
Because what we have to explain the formalities, Sarah. If it is defaulted, we can come back and gain entry if we have to.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's going to come to that with you, Sarah.
No, it won't.
Let's set an arrangement. What do you think, Del?
I'm mindful that the figure that you were paying before, clearly you defaulted on that, which means there's probably not much point going much higher than that.
No.
Should we do? Should we do 140 a month?
I've never known him to be so polite.
Really?
Excuse me.
Hey. People.
I tell you, he's brought the best out of me.
Bella.
She has, bless her.
There you go.
Hello, mate. Are you in the office? Can I speak to someone on the case?
Putting Sarah on a new payment plan might not be simple. As she's already defaulted once before, the client might not agree.
Please do. Yeah, on this number, please. Right. Fine. They're just going to try and get hold of the client now.
All they can do is wait.
Where's Bella? Bella? Hello. Hello, baby. All right, mate. Oh. Hello. Oh, bless. So is Bella on any medication after this treatment?
She's absolutely fine now, thankfully. Aren't you?
She's speaking. You talking? Yeah?
You can. Oh.
Hello? Speaking. No problem at all. That's superb. I'll reiterate that as well. Bye-bye. Lovely.
They've agreed to
Tip.
it. Thanks for that.
Say it. Let it
No,
out. It's not a problem.
can't.
Yeah?
I'm a well-brought-up young lady.
I think you're going to pay this every month
We are,
anyway.
yeah.
So I don't think there's going to be a problem.
No,
Again, if you do and you see it come in, communicate with us.
Okay, yeah.
I'm so glad you've calmed down anyway. I'm happy that you've resolved it with us.
She's not allowed to get up at the table, so she's why she won't jump up. Bella, come here. Up, up.
Oh, bless her.
Oh, good girl. There we are. Say hi.
Hello.
Oh. Bella.
She's all right, don't worry.
It's off the table.
She's fine. Hello, mate. Do you want to write it for me? You can write it for me. It's not a problem. Well, your breath don't smell too bad. Hello.
Oh. Told you. Bella. Enough. I told you.
No, that's...
on you.
I think she's saying thank you as well, I think. Oh, bless her. She's heavy as well. I didn't want to drop her. That's why I was like stuck. All right.
Thanks,
Good luck. Have a good evening.
We will.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye, Bella.
Do you want a photo of her?
Oh, yeah. I want to take one.
Good girl.
Oh, bless her.
Oh. Good girl. No. Gently.
Listen, that's cool. Don't worry. Lovely. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Sarah's been given a second chance.
Look after Mum, all right?
Yeah.
Give her a big cuddle, all right? Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
The test will be if she can stick to it. But if she defaults again, next time, no one will be so understanding. Next time, a dispute between neighbours has serious consequences.
They can't make me sell my house.
They can, but it isn't going to be a 5-minute job.
Brian and Kevin face resistance at a kebab house.
Do you want to give the police a call, Kev? Because it's going to go when I start shutting the shop.
And an eviction turns nasty.
This one, that one, both of two persons, they are evil. You know, down to hell.
I'm okay with that.